Clue TV Network. City Life Urban Entertainment Network, baby. What up, though? What up, though? This your boy O Day reporting to you live from Clue Network. Yep. That's City Life Urban Entertainment for those who don't know. And today we finna get straight to it, y'all. We finna talk about the notorious pedophile and sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. You know, for those who don't know, Jeffrey Epstein is a millionaire financier, and he's the founder of the Jeffrey Epstein Foundation. You know, which it was a hoax, man. It was only something for him to do, you know, for him to get out for work release. He built this foundation when it was time for him to go turn himself in and do his time, you know, and when his case was over, you know, the foundation just dissolved. So it wasn't real. It was just a hoax. But anyway, we finna get into it today on how he was found in his cell. You know, he was found in his cell semi-conscious. And they are saying that he attempted suicide. And they're also saying that it could have been an ex-dirty New York cop involved in the foul play trying to kill Jeffrey Epstein. New to this, man. He is not new to these accusations and allegations of him being a pedophile and him being a sex offender. He was actually convicted of sex offenses, you know, dating all the way back to 2005. But we're going to get into that a little later. Right now, let's talk about his current incarceration status. And that is, he is being held in Metropolitan Correction Center. And he's being held in the same detention center where El Chapo Guzman is being held. He's being held at the same place, and some are saying that this is just a ploy from him to get transferred to another facility. You know, as we know, he was arrested July 6, 2019, and he wasn't given a bond. You know, people spoke out. You know, some of the victims spoke out on reasons why they feel he shouldn't have got a bond. They felt that he was a flight risk, and they also felt that he still is a danger to the community. So he has not been granted bond. You know, he's stuck in there, and they saying he was using this as a reason to get transferred to another facility. Is it true? Who knows? Did he really try to commit suicide? Did someone really try to kill him? Who knows? But anyway, this is not his first time being accused of sex offenses. This is not his first time being accused as being a pedophile. I mean, this is a guy who has sex offenses dating back to 2005, you know, where he was accused of having his girlfriend, Madam Maxwell, lure a girl to his apartment, to his mansion, I'm sorry. And he paid the young girl, she was 14 years old at the time, he paid her to strip for him. He paid her $300 and also to give him a massage, you know. And, you know, that led to an investigation in the Tampa Bay, you know, that police department. They investigated this guy for 11 months. They had an investigation going on him. And they searched his house and they found things like high school transcripts, you know, to let them know that some of these girls were underage, man. He has a total of 36 victims, man, that came forth and said that he did things to them. You know, so, I mean, you don't like to call a person guilty, but he already been convicted of sex crimes, and now he's being convicted of more. He's definitely guilty. You know, y'all let me know what y'all think on the situation. Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, link up with your boy. Once again, this is O Day reporting to you live from Clue Network. Yep, that's City Life Urban Entertainment for those who don't know. Tap in. Okay, so his arrest on July 6, 2019, you know, it came from a woman, a Maria Farmer, coming forth on April 16th, 2019. You know, she went public and filed a sworn affidavit in federal court of New York, alleging that her 15-year-old sister and her were molested and sexually assaulted by Epstein and Maxwell in separate locations in 1996. So this guy goes all the way back to the 90s with it, man. You know, this happened in 1996. You know, according to the affidavit, Farmer had met Maxwell and Epstein at a New York gallery reception in 1995. You know, in the following summer, 96, they hired her to work on an art project for billionaire businessman Leslie Wexner. in his Ohio mansion. You feel me? And Farmer reported the incident to the New York Police Department and the FBI. Her affidavit also stated that during the same summer, Epstein flew her then 15-year-old sister to his New Mexico property, where he molested her on a massage table, him and Maxwell. So they go all the way back to the 90s with it, man. This guy even got trafficking charges. But anyway, Epstein was arrested July 6, 2019, and he was actually arrested in New Jersey. He was arrested in New Jersey at an airport when his private jet pulled in. At the same time, about a dozen FBI agents raided his townhouse with a search warrant. And during that search, they found hundreds, maybe even thousands of pictures of nude girls, young underage girls. And in a safe in his house, they found CDs with handwritten titles such as Young Girls, Girls Pics, Nude, Miscellaneous. He got different titles. These were found in a locked safe in his townhouse. Also in the safe, they found piles of cash, diamonds, and also a fraudulent passport, expired fraudulent Australian passport to be exact. So these are all things that's going to be evidence against Jeffrey Epstein. So we're going to see how this one play out, y'all. But I feel like this, Jeffrey Epstein is at the age to where if he was granted bond, he would skip and go. We'll never see him again because he have money. He would go somewhere where they can't extradite him and live out the rest of his life good and enjoy his millions. That's what he'd do. So it's a good thing that they not letting him out, or they haven't let him out yet. Who knows? We might wake up tomorrow and he's free and gone in the wind. I mean, for all the bad things he had already done in the past, he got a slap on the wrist. He got a slap on the wrist for him, man. I mean, look at it. The non-prosecution agreement. This is an agreement to where the feds had a 53-page indictment on this guy that never got presented to a grand jury. Never. This was part of his plea. This some millionaire stuff, y'all. The victims of the crime didn't even know that he accepted his plea and got his prison time. You feel me? And it goes on from there. When he finally did plead guilty and accepted his time, he got 18 months, which he only served 13. 13 months, y'all. And then out of the 13 months that he served, he was out every day of the week. He was out 6 days a week for 12 hours a day. So that's half the day. And he was at a company. He was at the Jeffrey Epstein Foundation. This is where he worked at daily. So he had his own security, his own drivers. He really literally got a slap on his wrist. He really literally paid his way out of serious jail time. That was the first time around. This can't happen the second time. This dude really literally paid his way out of jail time, man. I mean, a little time he did. He served it at the Palm Beach County Stockade in a private wing. They saying this man even had a TV installed in the lawyer's room and he had access to it, and he went there and watched movies. This dude paid restitution to 3 dozen victims and he got a slap on the wrist. Not this time. This time it's MCC. You go with no bail. That's Metropolitan Correctional Center, for those who don't know, in New York, Manhattan. But anyway, this plea deal halted an FBI probe, man. It stopped the FBI probe into the victims and even more powerful people. I mean, think about it, y'all. This dude is connected to the top. He is connected to 2 of our presidents, 2 United States presidents. He connected to Donald Trump, our current president. He connected to Bill Clinton. He connected to Saudi Arabian princes. He's connected to Charlie Rose. He's connected to Leslie H. Wexner, the owner of Victoria's Secret. And he's been a confidant and financial advisor of Wexner since the 80s. And a year after the lady claimed that he assaulted her, Miss Maria Farmer assaulted her in Wexner's mansion, he assaulted this next lady, Alicia Arden. He assaulted her at a hotel in Santa Monica, where he asked her to let him manhandle her and things like this, and forcibly touched her and groped her. And she fled the interview, and she went and made a police report the same night. So she came forward and outed this guy too. Outed him for who he is, a predator, a pedophile, Jeffrey Epstein. So of course it's being said that Jeffrey Epstein used his power, used his friendship with the billionaire Leslie Wexner to take advantage of young women, to sexually assault young women. He posed as a recruiter for models for Victoria's Secret, and he took advantage of that situation. But he used that situation to take advantage of young women, and there was two different incidents. One with Maria Farmer, that was in 1996, and the second incident, which the lady just came forth Thursday, that's Miss Alicia Arden. He used his power to take advantage of young women. Typical predator, pedophile type things, nothing new. But anyway, Mr. Wexner, his representative said he also sent a letter saying that he had no idea that Jeff Epstein was performing these type of acts, doing these type of things under his name, and they wouldn't go too far into saying, describing his job title and what he did while he was working for Victoria's Secret or working for Mr. Wexner, but they noted that he was named manager of Fortune, so he had a high title there, but they wouldn't go too deep into it, but also was found out that Mr. Wexner signed over power of attorney to Jeff Epstein back in 1991. And of course, that gave Epstein the power to hire and fire people, the power to write checks, borrow money, and even sell properties in the name of Leslie Wexner. Under the name of Leslie Wexner, should I say. Because he met all kind of and rubbed shoulders with all kind of billionaires. When he was dealing with a billionaire, he befriended a billionaire. So we got to see how this one play out, y'all, because we definitely know it get much deeper. Was this a attempted hit on Epstein's life? Or was it just a hoax, Or was it real suicide? Was it an attempt for him to get transferred to another facility because he couldn't deal with MCC? He can't deal with MCC. That's Metropolitan Correctional Center, and that's in Manhattan. Or is it because he really want to kill himself because he know the time he's facing and he can't get a bond? He know that he's not getting out of jail. He's finna serve prison time. Or was it the elite? Was it the elite trying to kill him before he exposed them? Who knows? Y'all let me know what y'all think. If this your first time to the channel, go ahead, comment down below. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Once again, this is O-Day reporting to you live from Clue Network. Yep, that's City Life Urban Entertainment, and I'm out. Peace. Clue TV Network. City Life Urban Entertainment Network, baby.